Imagine walking home on a crisp autumn evening, the streets dimly lit, the sound of leaves crunching beneath your feet, when suddenly, you stumble upon a scene that will haunt your dreams forever. A body, cold, lifeless, and unidentifiable, lying in a ditch, with no signs of struggle or clues to their identity. This is the harsh reality of Britain's cold cases, where the victims are not just numbers, but faces as names, and stories that deserve to be told. You find yourself standing at the edge of a desolate field, the wind whispering an unsettling melody through the tall grass. The year is 1975, and a young woman has gone missing. Her family, frantic with worry, begins to search for her, but as the days turn into weeks, and the weeks into months, hope starts to dwindle. The police are baffled, and the case goes cold. But you, as an investigator, are determined to uncover the truth. You start by retracing the last steps of the missing woman, talking to witnesses, and gathering evidence. The smell of damp earth and decaying leaves fills your nostrils as you walk through the field, the silence broken only by the sound of birds chirping in the distance. You can't help but feel that you're being watched, that unblinking eyes are trained on you from the shadows. Years go by, and the case remains unsolved, a constant reminder of the darkness that lurks in every corner of society. But then, one fateful day, a group of hikers stumble upon a skeleton in the woods. The bones are weathered, the clothes tattered, and the face, once full of life, now a skull, devoid of identity. You, as an investigator, are called to the scene, and as you begin to process the evidence, you realize that this could be the break you've been waiting for. The air is thick with the scent of pine and damp earth, and the sound of leaves rustling in the wind creates an eerie atmosphere. You carefully collect the remains, and as you do, you can't help but wonder, who was this person, and what was their story? The trees seem to loom over you, casting long, ominous shadows on the ground. As you delve deeper into the case, you begin to unravel a complex web of secrets and lies. You interview witnesses, scour the crime scene for evidence, and follow a trail of clues that leads you down a rabbit hole of twists and turns. The investigation is a maze, and you're not sure what's real and what's just a cleverly constructed illusion. You spend countless hours poring over documents, looking for that one piece of information that will crack the case wide open. The fluorescent lights above your desk hum, casting an eerie glow over the stacks of papers and files, as you search for the truth. The sound of rain pattering against the window creates a sense of urgency, a reminder that time is running out. You're getting close, but the killer is always one step ahead, leaving you with more questions than answers. Just when you think you've finally pieced together the puzzle, a new revelation throws everything into chaos. A surprise witness comes forward, revealing a shocking secret that changes the course of the investigation. The killer, it seems, was not acting alone, but was part of a larger, more sinister plot. You're forced to re-examine the evidence, to question everything you thought you knew. The room spins, and you feel like you're walking on quicksand, unsure of what's solid ground and what's just a treacherous illusion. The sound of a clock ticking in the background creates a sense of tension, a reminder that time is running out. You're in a race against the clock, and the killer is still out there, watching, waiting. The case is finally solved, but the aftermath is a complex, messy thing. The families of the victims are left to pick up the pieces, to try and make sense of the senseless. You, as an investigator, are left to wonder if justice has truly been served. The killer is behind bars, but the damage has already been done. The community is left to heal, to try and move on from the trauma that has been inflicted upon them. You walk through the streets, the sound of children playing in the distance, a stark contrast to the darkness that has consumed the town. The smell of freshly cut grass and blooming flowers fills the air, a reminder of the beauty that still exists, even in the darkest of times. But as you look around, you can't help but feel that the shadows are still there, waiting to pounce, waiting to strike again. As we stand here today, looking back on the case, we're left with more questions than answers. The investigation may be over, but the impact of the crime will be felt for generations to come. You, as an investigator, are left to wonder if you've truly made a difference, if the justice system has truly served its purpose. The case may be closed, but the memories of the victims will live on, a reminder of the darkness that lurks within human nature. You stand in a quiet, empty room, the only sound the echo of your own footsteps, the smell of old books and dust filling the air. You look around, and you see the faces of the victims, their stories, their struggles, their triumphs. You realize that this is what it's all about, not just solving a case, but giving a voice to those who can no longer speak for themselves. The darkness may be overwhelming, but it's in these moments of silence, of reflection, that we find the strength to carry on, to keep fighting for justice, no matter the cost. As we conclude this journey into the heart of Britain's cold cases, we're left with a haunting question: what drives human nature to commit such heinous crimes? Is it a desire for power, a need for control, or something more sinister? Share your theories in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more true crime stories that will leave you on the edge of your seat. The darkness is out there, waiting to be uncovered, and it's up to us to shine a light on the secrets that lurk in the shadows.